Alright everyone, welcome back to Jaraci Cup 16. I am joined finally by a co-caster. That feels good. It's gonna be Cow Schmau. Two cows together again. Say hi to the people and don't mess it up.
Farncast!
No, you're supposed to say hi to the people. I gave you clear
people.
instructions. There you go, there you go. Well, this is gonna be the lower bracket finals here between RenderedSpy and Houston13906. They're both in the chat, so that's very fun. Let's go ahead and take a look at our info.txt, shall we? So, Rendered grabs Coalition, Houston grabs ConF. I don't think there's any surprises there. Rendered is going to ban tight end passage. Oh, that's kind of sad. I kind of like seeing games on tight end passage. Anyway, and Houston's going to take out Touring Crater. And I happen to know he just hates that map. So,
Yeah,
what do you make of
big
this?
surprise from Houston. Yep.
Yeah. Factions too, right? Although, honestly, I gotta say, I think that ConF is pretty good on Touring Crater, but either way, he's going to take that one out. And he really likes the ramp map, as he always calls it. So here we are in Kartoba for game 1, of course. And then Kalash Teeth and Galzian Territories for RenderedSpy, both very close-up maps. Although I think Kalash also very good for ConF. Houston's going to take the Shallows, another favorite of his. He's telling me he didn't make the TXT. Yeah, it's very obvious to see. And then, looks like we're going to have Canyon Outpost grab for RenderedSpy, Boneyard for the 6th map, and if we get to an ace match, it'll be Firebase Krill. What do you think? What do you think? Who's winning the draft?
I don't know. I'm kind of surprised at most of RenderedSpy's picks because man straight up went for all of the maps that ConF is great on.
Yeah, Kalash Teeth, Canyon Outpost, right?
Maps with short rush distances, tons of choke points,
A lot of
tons
indirect
of line
fire
of sight
ability.
blockers.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's almost funny. It's like, I would have believed it if you told me that the picks were flipped, right? Like, Houston grabbed all the other ones. Except, I know he really likes those maps, you know? The Shallows, the Boneyard, things like this. Well, only the games can tell, eh? What do you say we jump into it?
Yeah,
Right,
I'm down. Let's go. I'm at 29:54.
Okay, let's unpause it. On go, right? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, looks like, I mean, obviously it's Coalition versus ConF. I think we probably expect the Coalition player in this case to just go eco and try and defend, right?
Yeah, that's a safe bet.
Seems to be what he's doing, too.
Houston, I think, was planning on rushing. And actually, I gotta confess, I did some labbing with RenderedSpy right before this.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I love seeing players actually practice.
He wanted to try to lab the defense against the BD rush. So we're gonna see if Houston breaks that out.
But he's already retired base runner for game 1, so at least it's not going to be in this one.
Yeah, so he's retired the base runner, he teched Skimmer Fab. What's he building right now?
I think that's a Salvager on the PC, I could be wrong.
Yeah,
oh no, that's a
Houston's
Sand
building
Skimmer.
Skimmers already, yeah.
Alright. You love to see it. It is SC first year from RenderedSpy. Looks like he went 7-up.
Scouting with the base runner a little bit.
Exactly. Let's see if he keeps the probe alive. Yeah, good micro there. He's gonna keep that guy safe. That's harder to do than it looks, you know. I always say, like, if people can keep that probe alive, good. But he's also moving out with the base runner, so I'm interested to see what the plan for that is. That looks like he's going back now.
Yeah, I think it's probably a scouting BR. He's looking for a rush.
Oh, the probe died!
Probe died.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
RenderedSpy's not gonna see railguns, so that's good for Houston.
Yeah, I think you really want to make sure you have that probe go around where the PC is, because you want to only be scouting the carrier now, right? You kind of know, okay, look, he's coming at me with skims. I mean, that's not going to change, so the relevant information is going to be on the other side of the map. And I'm kind of seeing some danger here for RenderedSpy. There's no defense, but Houston should really be jumping in right now, yeah?
Yeah, at least like going for salvager kills. Like this is a critical mass of skimmers. You could get some good stuff done with this.
Absolutely agree. It's not like he's got one or two. He could probably have killed off the guy in the second base by a long time now. With the base runners still alive, probably we'll see a turret on the main. He's telling me in chat he's a little afraid of throwing in. Yeah, I get
first
that.
First HR is dropping though, so...
That's true.
He's gonna start putting the hurt on that carrier, push it off that second.
But hey, Houston, he got good mining time, didn't he? Little inside joke there. Yeah, carrier's already taken, like... I can't do math. 1,000 damage, there we go. You'd think I would actually know how to count numbers, but I'm not very good at it.
By the way, RenderedSpy's taken up to AAVs, so that's gonna be his response to this.
Yeah, gotta admit, I always get a little nervous when I see people taking AAVs to counter. Because it can be done, right? But it feels so dangerous. It's not easy to do. He's got that turret set up.
Game 2 between you and Phoenix Yo in the semifinals, AAVs were so not the call.
Yeah.
Like, especially when your opponent's got 2 HRs out, like...
Yeah, definitely countered by EMP, although Houston doesn't have it just yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if Houston is going to tech up to that. He does like his EMP, I'll tell you what.
The HRs are already out DPSing the support cruiser, or the healing from the support cruiser.
Absolutely.
So they're... I don't think RenderedSpy is locked for this world in Game 1.
Yeah, you know, he could slow down the damage he's taking by powering up the armor, but, Oh, okay, the LAVs have an angle on the railguns. This is dangerous, but maybe. I don't know, there's just too many skims here, right? Well, they're trading pretty okay.
Yeah, with the turret, that wasn't bad.
He didn't kill the railguns, right? But he kind of did the damage that he took, except I think he lost another AV while we were watching that.
Lost an AV, bought himself some time, healed the carrier back up to half. I don't know, that could have got a lot worse.
Doesn't look horrible. Yeah, I agree, this could be worse.
Yeah, it's almost dead even.
You really want that SC healing just the carrier, I think, right? Well, maybe not. Maybe he's right to actually try to heal up his AVs first. Houston tries for a little bite with the skims, but he takes some damage there. That's good news for RenderedSpy. I'll take whatever you can get, but another AV falls. And he's taking armor too. You know, I actually wouldn't here. I think you just need more AVs. I think it's gonna be pretty tough to get enough of them out when you're teching things. But then again, you know, if he's stuck on one base, he does have a pretty big RU float.
Meanwhile, Houston is building a second PC, so he's probably going to try to match RenderedSpy on production. It's kind of exactly what you want to be doing.
Exactly, yes. Always get that second PC. It became almost like a meme in the last tournament when I was casting out. I would just always say, you know, he could use another PC here, but it's very often true. EMP is not done, by the way, so Houston doesn't have that available. Wow, this guy got away on 2 HP, oh my gosh.
Yeah, RenderedSpy actually doing a good job of keeping these AAVs alive.
It seems to be like some kind of breakpoint. When he's on armor 2 and the railguns have high ground, they take it down to 2 HP. That's ridiculous.
So second PC's out for Houston. It's gonna be joining the front line shortly. It's pumping out sand skimmers right now.
And 3 heavy railguns. Ugh.
That's
yeah.
Jaraci balance. That three heavy rails is brutal in this build.
Yes. We do have Railgun 5 coming out for RenderedSpy now, but it feels a bit too late. I don't know, he does have 6 AVs, like maybe he can make some kind of jump. Carrier's getting mighty low though, I'll tell you what.
Mighty low. I mean, if RenderedSpy keeps smoking up, like if the smoke micro is good, he could jump these rails.
I think so, there's no EMP yet, but that was not it. He loses another AV as well, didn't really make any progress on that push. I think all of them are on cooldown? Oh no. Okay, one of them has smoke. That's not good.
Oh, they were on cooldown. Got it. I was gonna say, like, if they weren't, you could have pushed a lot further.
Yeah, that's why I checked it. It's gotta be, right? Sure enough. Tried to self-smoke that last guy too, or maybe it was another one, but either way, a little bit too late. And a fourth heavy railgun pops as if he needed that. Oh. Although I will say, at this point, EMP rounds has gotta be the play.
They're getting on top of the rails.
That's true, but look, there's even a fifth heavy railgun out there somehow.
God.
I don't know, it might just be too much. The skims are dying though. That's something for RenderedSpy. The turret's doing work here. Yeah, Houston says rip skims in the chat. Sure enough. But 5 heavy railguns, I mean, man, you know. I don't know what you do about this. At this point, it feels like RenderedSpy gets on top of the railguns, he'll lose anyway, you know? He actually has rails of his own coming out now. Now, the Coalition railgun does outrange the Gaussian one by a little bit. See if he can use that.
Yeah, he desperately needs a railgun right now.
It almost got one shot off. It's very difficult to use this range advantage because it's very, very small. He has a little bit less of a speed advantage than you'd expect as well because of that Conif mobility support. The railgun goes down. A second one came out, it looks like. But it's down too. And I think that's gotta be all she wrote.
Yeah, the DPS for Houston right now is crazy.
Especially with that high ground, right? Yeah, I really think powering up carrier armor would have done quite a bit over the course of the game, but at that stage, there's nothing you can do about it, eh? Ouch.
Ouch. High ground heavy rails, just don't mess
No,
with them.
they don't take prisoners. Alright, what do you make of it? What was his mistake? What's he got to clean up for game 2?
For RenderedSpy? Or
Yeah.
Houston?
Yeah, for RenderedSpy.
So I think honestly, like the thing like you and I have said about this guy repeatedly is just the timidity. Like
Yeah.
there were so many pushes with those AAVs that could have gotten work done and could have gotten on top of those rails with good smoke micro. And he would, like, I don't know if you noticed, but he'd like smoke with one AAV and then pull everything back. Smoke with one AAV and poke everything back.
Yeah,
like,
pull self-smoke. He'll get his guy healed back up, but now he's not got the smoke cooldown, right? He can't make a push later.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah,
I mean, the numbers of units that were on the field, like, especially when Houston only had 2 rails out, like, you've gotta get on top of them.
Once it gets up to 5, numbers. I mean, it's gonna get tough, right?
Yeah, because, I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? You lose all of your AAVs and you lose the game? Like,
yeah, that's what happened
you
anyway.
lost anyway, yeah.
No, I definitely agree. If you're gonna go for the AAVs to try and defend against the rails, you gotta try for it, you know? It's not a build where you can sit back and wait. Well, I'm at 2955, you too?
I'm loading up. I'm almost there.
Alright, great. Tell me when you're there. Kalash teeth, man. Gotta love it. Not gonna lie, I hate this map against Conf. It's so hard to play.
Alright, I'm at 2955.
Okay, on go again. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, it's just the line of sight block. Well, I mean, they're not even just line of sight. Like, carriers can't drive over them across the whole map. It makes it so easy for that Conf carrier to just do tons of damage to. It's awful. I'm really kind of surprised that RenderedSpy picked it, but he might feel like he's got it in the bag. I think Coalition artillery is pretty good in that sort of fight, so.
Yeah, RenderedSpy definitely a big artillery player, so that might have been the calculus there.
I think the way, and by the way, I've talked about this before, if you turn off the auto-targeting, then you're not firing shells when you don't have good chances to kill, and so your opponent can't just missile down your artillery cruisers, because if he knows where it is, he's gonna kill it. He's Conf, right? So that's an important bit of tech on the Coalition artillery cruiser. But yeah, I think when your opponent's Conf siege starts the barrage, you can precision barrage on it, and that makes it pretty strong, but I don't know. Con of Siege is just so good on this map. Con of Carrier is so good. Feels difficult to play. See about that probe micro. He's actually headed back to his side of the map. That's very interesting. Okay, well, he sees the PC. Probe didn't die, so that's good.
It looks like we're gonna see similar builds to last game. RenderedSpy's going for 7-up and an early support cruiser. Houston is building skins. No sign of tech yet.
Yeah, I think RenderedSpy could improve the build order a bit. You really want LAV Fab started before that probe comes out. Because, like, if you see a rush coming with the probe a little bit earlier, but you don't have LAV tech, it kind of doesn't help you. So I think that would be good to flip those two around. Do you have railgun tech started for Houston? Watch that probe. Okay, he's alive. He's fine. These things, they ain't anomaly patch probes where they can take like 1,000,000 damage and still live. By the way, RenderedSpy actually retired a salvager. Did you notice that? Look at his,
Yeah, I think he figured he, needed to secure that second base before he started long hauling, because Houston's coming in with a ton of skimmers.
So the call must be, hey, I'm not gonna be able to use this thing anyway, let's just retire. He's going AVs again, by the way. It's gonna be tough, but, you know, like you said, there's definitely things he could clean up. It's not like AVs can't fight this. And the probe is alive. I think he just saw rail tech.
Yeah, it looks like he did.
Oh no, the base runner is derping.
First trail is coming out for Houston, so, pressure's on RenderedSpy.
Wait, is it coming? Oh my gosh, yeah, it is.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Yep, carrier taking fire. He's trying to set down a turret. Okay, there we go, finally it works. Sometimes the base runners don't like to comply. Every coalition player knows the pain. And this time railgun fab right away. But again, he has AV fab already, so let's see what he can do with this. It'll be good at least for some smokes. Houston saying in the chat, probably not the best turret spot. Yeah, I think I agree. It'll get high ground if it's next to the SC, and also it'll be able to be healed from there. And the skins are actually just gonna jump on it.
Yeah, Houston normally has pretty good luck with that.
Yeah, unless he's playing Phoenix Seal. I did him dirty, man. I feel bad about that. Attempt at the smoke on the second AV2, but that one didn't land either. Just a little bit too slow. His Achilles heel, yes. And I'm seeing 2 railguns on the field already. You know, this is looking very familiar so far.
Yep.
Uh-oh, Sunder's good. Sunder's a good ability, man. Down goes an AV right there.
God, I love how Sunder just
turns
so
AVs
just
into paper.
Yeah, it just jacks up the utility of reset skimmers like crazy. I love it. Third railgun building for Houston, so he is about to lay on the pain.
Yeah. And, like, you know, if you check the units lost tab in that last game, I don't know if you were looking at it, but it was actually pretty even, right? Take a look at it now and tell me what you think.
Oof.
Yeah, right? I mean, just... Houston's been doing damage like he was last game, but he's not taking any, so this is not really where... this is not really where RenderedSpy wants it to be, I'm sure.
So, Houston might be buying RenderedSpy a little bit of time. His skimmer blob went to take care of that base runner.
Probably thinking of either just letting his opponent get a lot of extracts out or getting that turret down on his second, but... I agree, I mean, he probably should have just not paid attention to it. Maybe send like 2 skims or 3. Got that first coalition railgun coming out. Oh, and it's already almost dead. But it lived, everything's fine.
Yep, RenderedSpy needs more railguns, and he needs them now.
Yeah.
Railgun count is looking... I mean... Usually when I rail rush, I build 2 HRs and call it a day.
Too. Yeah, RenderedSpy is taking armor too. I don't think that's the play here. You can't really go Mag XL, right? You'll just never have money. But just more railguns.
Spend those. You need more railguns.
Uh-oh, and one of them is just gonna get taken down by the skims immediately. It would have been hard to smoke that. It was like right as it came out of the carrier, but... Ouch.
Yeah, I'm thinking, for like... If you're defending this coalition, would it be better to go LAV rail?
I definitely think so. Yeah, that's what I would do. By the way, smoke on the railgun. Please do it. Okay, there we go. There's the smoke. Good, good. Carrier's driving up though, and it's taking a lot of damage still.
Yeah, the
skims are dying so slow too.
Is brutal.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, hey, that railgun actually got a kill, but it dies just very soon after.
Yep.
You know, another thing to keep in mind is that, like, the attacking player in this position where he's blocking off 2-base, he's long-distance mining, so he actually has more money, too. But yeah, if I was defending this as Coalition, I would be going for, like, LAV spam, and then you get railguns to supplement, right? Because if your opponent has a couple assault railguns thrown in, and if he's got EMP, or if he's got range calibration, what the crap? Houston has range calibration, man.
Oh, love it.
Okay, GG.
Just disrespect.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm surprised because he didn't get EMP first or something, but I guess he's just fighting railguns. It kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Oh, no. Anyway, if your opponent has assault railguns and rail EMP, you really need rails of your own to fight back, but... Yeah, I think LAVs are the key. I like the smoke on the carrier. You know, it's something. But I have a feeling it's not going to save him. I'll just put it that way. And hey, once again, look, it's 5 heavy railguns. He even lost one earlier.
And RenderedSpy goes down once again.
Yeah, that was kind of brutal, man. Ouch.
Yeah, these games are to watch. Just
well, hey,
Houston knows how to rail rush. I'll give him that.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. But it's a best of 7, eh? So we're not on match point yet. That's good news for RenderedSpy. Either good news or bad news that he has to take the punishment for even longer.
Yeah, we'll see if either of them mixed it up a little bit for game 3, which I'm loading up now, by the way.
Sure, sure. I'm in already on the pause point. Yeah, I was talking all this late game for like College Teeth as Con-F. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I should have known better. Should have been looking at them nameplates.
Alright, cool. I'm ready to go when you are.
Okay. On go again. 3, 2, 1, go. And here we're on Galzian territories. Now look, I shouldn't even have to tell you, this is a railgun rush map, alright? So this would be like, in my mind, maybe this is dumb, but this is how I think of a series. Like, this would be the perfect time to not do the rail rush, right? And just completely pull the rug out, but maybe I'm just being stupid.
It looks like we got another base runner retire from Houston, so I'm thinking he's gonna go for it again.
Oh, but he says, guess what I don't do? In chat. That could mean anything. I think he's going ref mode. Yeah, he is. Look, there he goes. Hey! Great minds think alike, I tell you what.
Alright, Houston mixing it up, going refinery mode.
Yeah, kind of the idea is that, like, your opponent knows you've been rail rushing this whole time. This is, like, the perfect map for it. Okay, now I mix it up, he'll blind counter the rail rush, and then suddenly it won't be a rail rush, right? But it looks like, actually, RenderedSpy is just going 2-base again. So, he doesn't really seem to care too much.
Yeah, not blind countering the rail rush.
Sandskimmer Fab comes out for Houston. Good. You want to do that before getting more selves. I often advise people, though, to take one of these RU guys and have him go mine on the other side. He says he's had a lot of practice getting the timing down on ref mode. Yeah, actually, I remember, like, teaching that to you. It's a good build. Not everyone knows how to do it, right? And wow, look at the greed from RenderedSpy. Actually, I love this, because didn't he see what was happening with the probe, right? Oh no, now he's
Yep.
getting LAV tech. See, I would actually skip this, but maybe that's too greedy, but I don't know. I think you can kind of get away with it when you know your opponent is going eco as well.
Yeah, I think if you've just been rail rushed twice, you do
Yeah.
kind of want to give a little bit of respect to
That's
the
true.
Gaussian or Knapp player.
Yeah, I suppose you've got a good point there. And sure enough, you know, we do have some skims for Houston, but these are more for scouting, I believe. The reason I was commending him for getting the skimmer fab before building any more salves is that actually the Conif player has not gotten any vision across the halfway point of the map at all so far. So this is the first time he's going out and seeing what his opponent is up to. Base runner getting it hooned on a little bit, as old Magpie would say.
RenderedSpy going into LAV upgrades, actually, going for Assault Pack right off the bat.
Oh, that's kind of weird. I mean, he doesn't even have any LAVs out yet. Probably
He's
carrier production
also
upgrade.
going, he's going straight into AAV fab, too.
Yeah. So I think you kind of want, like, in the late stage of the game, it's really nice to have upgrades on all the units, but at this stage, you probably want to just focus on one of them. Like, I would either have gotten carrier production to just spam a bunch of LAVs, or I would have gotten AAV fab. Yeah, that's true. Base runner survived. Looks like skims are fighting the LAVs now in the second base. I was thinking about there for RenderedSpy.
Yeah, I think those skims suddenly remembered that they were there to scout, and then just went to check out the carrier.
Okay, so actually he's saying in chat, RenderedSpy stop moved the base runner, which made it look like a turret was dropping, so he ran away. That is so awesome.
That's
actually
some good mind gaming right there, yeah.
Yeah, right? That's like the best thing I've heard all day. Anyway, we do have 2 PC for Houston, so it looks like 3 base is not far away. He actually didn't see a VTech, by the way, but it looks like he's guessing that it was coming out because he has Railgun Fab on the way. And there's the extract. I mean, it will be in like a second. There we go. Well, good mind games for RenderedSpy. Of course, the base runner will die, but you don't really care at this point. It's kind of done its job.
Yeah, like if you can get a successful extract with your starting base runner, you're doing pretty good.
Yep, you call that worth. You call that worth. And it's nice to keep that thing alive, but... Although, RenderedSpy in the chat now is saying, just a theory, maybe he just forgot to right-click to a new location. AFK mind gaming, alright? That's the best kind. It's like we do have production upgrade now for RenderedSpy. Wait, you're... what? I thought Frog and RenderedSpy were the same person, are they not? Oh my gosh. Okay, disregard what I said, I'm just an idiot. Couch Schmau's gonna be over there rolling her eyes. This freaking guy.
So, RenderedSpy, by the way, moving on to his third base.
Honor guards.
Oh?
Yeah.
Houston teching honor guard cruisers.
It's pretty early, but like, you know, what's the punishment? Actually, I'll tell you what it is. I think RenderedSpy should have been pushing across the field with AVs. Instead, he got Railtech, but you can see he hasn't built any yet. I think that was a big money sink for him. Yeah, that's a lot of skims. How many is this, actually? 16?
This is... oh, yeah.
Good hearty number. Can they kill the AVs? Maybe. But you have to focus the damage on the AVs first, and then your opponent self-smokes right before he dies. I think it's a little risky to take that, even though you might be able to win it.
Yeah, there's kind of a stalemate happening in mid right now. Like, I'd say at this point, like, Houston probably wins, but I'm not sure, and I don't think Houston is either at this point, which is why he's not pushing it.
Yeah. You get situations like this sometimes where neither player thinks they can win it, and they just kind of dance around for a bit. We see the blind anti-air by RenderedSpy also. It's actually not a terrible call, because he doesn't have vision on his opponent's side, but maybe better was to build a base runner and then send a probe out.
I think what RenderedSpy really needs right now is fighter and gunship fabrication, because Houston doesn't really have an answer for it. Like,
and that's a lot of skims.
when you go for the HGC rush as Gaussian or Knaff, like, you need to be teching HGC AA right off the bat.
Yeah. And I have heard the legends of the tack stack. You agree?
I've just heard that's the thing that can happen sometimes.
Sometimes. But not in most games, surely. But yeah, actually, Houston is getting assault ship tech now, which is interesting, and he's not going for AA, so... I don't know if I should call it... Yeah, go ahead.
You think he's teching long and going for interceptors?
That's what I was wondering, right? Because, like, I don't know. You really think he needs AA here, yeah? Because he doesn't really have vision either. I don't think he's seen the carrier for a long time. But once he sees these railguns come out, maybe he's like, it doesn't matter, it's not going to be air. And I think he... Oh, actually, you know what? The railguns were shooting a bit earlier, so maybe he saw that when he was teching AS. He's saying in chat he just wants Con at Siege here. Gotta say, like, this fight up on the top side of the map, it just looks hopeless for RenderedSpy, although I'm not sure what Houston's doing with these skins. Oh, he's catching the railguns, oh my gosh. Oh, that's not good. Oh, dear.
I want to say the AAVs clean this up, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, they'll stop
trade.
him from taking more damage. And they did trade quite a lot here, but... I don't know, I think that's actually pretty good for him. But I want to draw your attention over to the other side. Yeah, the flank.
Yeah, flank from RenderedSpy got a couple of LAVs, just... They claim a railgun.
It's pretty good already, actually. It goes a long way to even up the scoreline of these flanks here, if you will.
Houston, meanwhile, killing salvagers on RenderedSpy.
Oh, the missile batteries! Oh!
But, yeah, missile batteries clean that up with a couple of really well-timed trick shots.
I think I did see one salvager go down, maybe even two, but... You love to see it, man.
There was fighting all over the map, but I want to say RenderedSpy got the better of it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that was a ton of sand skimmers, and they're just gone now, you know?
Unit's loss tab is looking real good for RenderedSpy right now.
Yeah. No, he's actually behind in RUs, I guess, but I'd still take it. His army on field looks pretty good, too. Does he have Mag Excel? Yeah, he does. So, it's not, like, easy to fight honor guards here, but he can do it.
He's going fighter and gunship, by the way, which
good.
Houston doesn't have an answer for.
Yeah, not as of yet.
Missile ships.
Yeah, you can see he's going in for that Con at Siege right now. Obviously that's not an AA unit either. Well, it does have AA, did you know? Not that
it just sucks.
Not that it's anything to write home about. Double base runner first for RenderedSpy though. Probably he wants probes or maybe some ability to drop down turrets, but I don't know. I think... I mean, maybe he expects that Houston already has Honor Guard anti-air and he's gonna wait for the tack stack. I don't know.
I think, like, the calculus might be if you have the army to hold mid, which I think he does right now.
Probably. It's a pretty
why
nasty
not go for a couple extracts?
Yeah? Yeah, if you can get it out, that's gonna be pretty valuable in the late game. And it looks like for the first time this series, this game is gonna get to the late game, by the way.
Yeah, it's really good to see a macro game from these players. I think that's where RenderedSpy really shines. Like,
yeah.
He gets a ton of texts out. His combined arms play, his coalition, is really good. The way he makes these units work together.
Definitely agree. Definitely agree. In fact, if the problem that we're kind of signaling of our opponent, or of our player here, RenderedSpy, is that he doesn't have the killer instinct, that kind of means he's always in a position that he could win the game. That's actually kind of a compliment in some ways, isn't it? It's a gunship, by the way. Maybe making its presence felt here, but honestly, not great for the loss of, like, the secret of air tech. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, not the best air reveal I've ever seen, but, like, I don't know, that gunship is just, the way RenderedSpy uses them, it's just gonna chip in for damage where it can.
Yes. And it'll accumulate to a lot. I mean, you always expect sand skimmers are gonna be out in this game, right?
Every little bit helps with this guy.
He's on a siege. Ooh, that barrage is good. Oh my gosh. And the honor guards are doing some great fire too, although I think one of them is going to fall here. Just a few more shots. There it is.
Yep,
AVs are trying to get up there, but there's only 2 railguns left. And Houston has got 7, I think?
Yeah, between them, a siege cruiser and an HGC. Oh, HGC goes down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Houston's actually kind of on, or RenderedSpy is kind of on top of him, but he's backing away again. I think maybe he actually should have pushed in for the suicide mission against the rails there.
Yeah,
speaking of rails, now they're unleashed. Oh my gosh.
Oof.
Interesting fight, man. Interesting
damage.
fight.
Yep.
I mean, what do you make of it?
Because like, and lick his wounds.
Yeah, yeah. You know, Houston lost 2 honor guards. That's not nothing. By the way, he still doesn't have any anti-air. Like, he just doesn't care, I guess. Anyway, but obviously, like, RenderedSpy's army looks really thin now too.
Oh god, I'm really worried about the lack of AA from Houston.
Yeah, like, look at this gunship. These are Armor 0 railguns, so that hurts, man.
I don't know if you noticed, but looks like RenderedSpy's double producing bombers right now.
Oh yes indeed. Now I can't call it, you know, the official tac stack because he did go with the gunships first, but I mean, still, you know, we like to see it. Oh, plus it looks like he's only going for 2.
And he's teching artillery cruisers, so teching really, really wide.
Yeah, but I think it's actually pretty good in a long game like this. It's just, I think he needs sided... Well, I guess maybe the bombers are his answer to the kind of siege, eh? And they're done. Let's see when he launches you.
They're gonna be a good answer to the Knuff siege.
Okay, Houston's got honor guard anti-air now, but I can't imagine that's gonna be enough, huh?
Does he have any out? Oh, I see.
Yeah, he's got 1 by the carrier.
Yeah.
There's nothing out here in mid. Looks like he's gonna go for the railguns first, actually. That might not be a terrible call. Good hit. 2 rails die. Let's see if that second bomber gets this 1 railgun that's wounded with the splash. No, it doesn't look like it. But yeah, that's gonna be enough to make Houston retreat for now, so RenderedSpy is at least buying himself some breathing room. Gotta say, it's kind of astounding we don't have more anti-air here for Houston, because, like, he's known about air for a while now, right?
Yeah, I mean, we had that early gunship reveal, we had the bomber reveal just now.
I mean, in fact, when the
guard.
gunship came out, I said, like, that's not really great value because now your opponent knows you have air, but I guess it works if he doesn't do anything about it, right?
Gunship committing against siege cruisers right now wouldn't have been my choice.
No. This is the target he wants, is these railguns here, but he has to be careful for the honor guard anti-air. Looks like it's a suicide mission. Whoa, but the railguns have found it, and it's got the anti-air mode on. It can't even fight back. Honor guard's dead.
Honor guard
but the
goes
AVs
down.
are just getting chewed up by the kind of siege here. Oh, this is getting complicated.
Yeah, I think Houston wins this fight.
I agree. Railguns are over the hill now, so we are going to see a kind of siege die, but it's expensive as heck. Here's the bomber, though.
But at what cost?
Yeah, the bomber actually doing some really good damage here, and that kind of siege is so low it might fall as well. Oh, yeah, that bomber just almost killed a friendly railgun.
What a bloodbath. I expected Houston to come out on top in that fight, but it's gonna be a lot closer, especially with those bombers.
I think it's kind of a everybody died situation. By the way, RenderedSpy rebuilding the gunship. I would rebuild the bomber. I think that's getting great value here.
So Houston, by the way, came out a little bit ahead in that fight, evened up the unit slots tab. Both players looking about even in
well, in CUs, yeah, it looks like actually Houston is
but
trailing a lot in RUs.
yeah, losing tons of high tier units. Like he's bleeding siege cruisers and honor guards right now.
Oh yeah, look at the resources tab. Look at that CU float. That's brutal, man.
Oof.
By the way, another gunship sacrificing itself for the questionable good. Yeah, down he goes.
Yep, That gunship goes down to
Tell you what though,
2 base
both
runners, 2 HGCAA.
yeah, but they both got used, so now the bombers are coming, right? There's nothing that can stop them. Oh my gosh. Maybe that was like mega big brain, actually. I think he's targeting the base runner. I wouldn't do that. I would just go for the kill and take out these honor guards here.
Oh, he's pulling back with the bomber. I think he's correcting that.
Yeah, I hope so. Let's see what he goes for. Either that, or he could kill like 4 heavy railguns with 2 bombs, right? You see those guys bunched up by the honor guards? But, I mean, it is possible he just doesn't want his opponent to get away with the extract. No, he's pathing to, like, the backside?
Yeah, I'm wondering where he's going with these bombers. Oh, he's going for a base.
Oh, one of the bombs landed on a salvager, though. Oh, no. That's unfortunate. And he's flying over some AA, but I don't think honor guard AA is... Oh, it's actually up right now. Ooh. Well, they got away, so...
So they got away. He got 2 salvager kills. That's not nothing.
Yeah, it's not nothing.
But in the meantime, he's rebuilding his death ball in mid.
It's true.
Coalition production is just brutal. Just
Bonkers.
the absolute ability to pump out tons of units really quickly.
And even throwing a couple LAVs in here. Like, these guys are not going to be used in the main fight, right? Because, like, Honor Guards and Con F Siege, yeah, you're just dead. He's going to go flank, yeah? And I don't actually see that Houston's got anything to deal with it. Does have Skimmer rating, but doesn't have the ups that are going to match 2-2, which is what RenderedSpy has.
I'd love to see him build, like, 2 or 3 assault ships at home just to defend.
Yeah, he's got the tech, and I'd really love to see him get interceptor tech as well. Rail armor good or not? Actually, yes, rail armor is very good here. Is that... what? He has 11 heavy railguns out, did you notice? Well, anytime you've got that many heavy rails, I think rail armor is a good call. Oh no, RenderedSpy is not fighting back against the skims! Oh no! That's so brutal, actually. Oh, that's tragic, man. Yeah, that little run by of LAVs had a lot of potential, but it just kind of feels like it's all gone now. The bombers are coming in, though. Oh, an honor guard and a bunch of railguns died here. And both of the bombers got away again. See, this is why I'm always saying that people need interceptors, because otherwise you can't really get these kills. RenderedSpy's death ball is just moving down the field here. Yeah, I don't know though, there are still honor guards out. Yeah, but I think the AV's getting their shots up now. That kind of spells doom here. Houston's army is just evaporating. Couple Con-F carrier missiles flying out here, but they've got a lot of work to do. These AVs are just like untouched, it feels. I mean, that makes sense. The heavy railguns need to be fighting the rails of RenderedSpy, but... yeah, just not enough stuff. I think the bombers did their job there. Nice missiles. One thing you gotta say about Houston, he does land those missiles. Oh, that's just rude, man. Like, that railgun pops out and just instantly dies as it's coming out of the PC. That's just not even fair. Yeah, and Houston's actually trying to hold on to his credit here, but both of the PCs are dead. I think we know this game's done. He's holding on though. Yeah, you're taking as many as you can with you, yeah. Hey man, I respect it. This AEV is a captain, by the way. You don't see that every day. Not that it matters at all, but you know. And RenderedSpy is actually getting quite a lot of carrier power. This is his third artifact he's about to take out here. I thought that missile was going for the base runner. Yeah, no, this is definitely gonna make it out. Looks like even the support cruiser being sent off to its death to ensure that one. So, you know, 3 artifacts, power 1, mobility. He's actually pretty powered up here. He's gonna be mobilizing that carrier now. Probably wants to leave a support cruiser on the base. I guess his main is like mining out, so he could just reposition that. Oh, another honor guard just dies. You hate to see it. Yeah, putting together the kill on the Conif carrier can sometimes be actually a little bit difficult because, you know, those missiles allow it to fight railguns so effectively, but I think in this case there's just enough stuff. These AEVs are actually doing not insignificant damage to the carrier as well with that Sunder. Also, I think actually RenderedSpy is making the correct call by getting in close because then his opponent can't use that missile system. Down goes Houston's carrier. That is going to be game 3 in the bag for RenderedSpy. And that'll even the series up a little bit. Scoreline is 2 for Houston, 1 for RenderedSpy now. You know, really for Houston, that was a good game up until the point where he just died for not getting anti-air, right? I mean, that's my takeaway.
It took him way too long to get that out, and it just RenderedSpy snowballed from there.
He says in chat, watching this cast makes him feel a little better. He watched it with Just Carrier and he felt real bad. Well, no surprise there, I'll tell you what. Tell you what, if you can take the heat, it's really good to learn from Just Carrier, because he'll call you out for everything you do wrong.
Literally everything.
Yes. Alright, I am in position. Tell me when you are.
I'm at 2954, actually.
Oh, okay.
Heresy.
Yeah, frankly. Alright, on go. 3, 2, 1, go. And here we are on the shallows. Don't even know what to say. Houston loves this map. And I think it's good for Conf as well, so it's a pretty good pick for him. Yeah, he says I do in the chat. That means we're getting married. Anyway. Looks like we have that base runner out on the prowl again for RenderedSpy. It's what he was doing last time. Well, actually all of these times, I should say. And again, he'll probably fire that probe out before he starts LAV Fab, which I think is probably the wrong order, but we are married? Oh my gosh. Did it happen when I was like in a drunken stupor? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Here's the SC. Very good. And it looks like for Houston, again, it's going to be some early aggro. He's got that Sandskimmer Fab moving out across the map. And there's the probe. Tagged a bit by the PC. Yeah, but he saw what he needed to see. Bozo keeps forgetting to file for divorce. Yes, yes. Alright, Cal, what do you want to see? What's the answer here? Because we've seen him try AVs twice now and it didn't work.
Yep, I think like if you're Houston, you want to prevent it from getting to a macro game, because that's when RenderedSpy really shines.
Yeah, he probably feels the same after that last game. You know, sometimes that's kind of the most frustrating, when you kind of have the feeling you were ahead for most of the game, just couldn't quite get it over the line, right? I think that's kind of where he was. Staying out of a macro game definitely makes that less likely to occur. Base runner died, by the way.
Yeah, Houston getting a lot of value with these skimmers early.
Yeah, and this is why I've been telling RenderedSpy in practice games, he probably should not be sending that base runner out. Like, you can scout with the probe and the base runner can just stay at home. We do have carry production upgrade. Oh, but we have AV Fab. Oh no, Railgun Fab. Okay,
no,
good.
He canceled it. Yep.
Yes, good. He is learning. He is learning.
Oh, finally, this is what I wanted to see from RenderedSpy. We've got LAV Rail carrier production upgrade has been researched.
That's the thing, man. That's the thing. Actually, he retired that salvager again, by the way. I mean, it looks funny, but I don't know. Maybe it really is the thing to do in this scenario. Railgun's hitting already, though, so you want to build up, like, when you have production upgrade and your opponent has 1 PC, you outproduce him. So you want to build up as many LAVs as you can, and then try and break off the siege here.
Houston, meanwhile, passing his carrier over to join the rush by accident.
Hey, Sniper Bash, good job. Hard game. Anyway, back to the cast. There's that second railgun coming out. Oh, and yeah, you're right, his carrier is like moving out across. That's probably gonna be something he wants to take back later. Here's the fight though, Skims have high ground, so they're trading a bit better than you'd expect. You know, I gotta say, the railguns are contributing a lot to that as well. But I think at this point, like, as the Conf player, I know my opponent has the LAVs. I'm gonna be either retreating, which I don't think you can really get away with on the shallows, or building assault railguns to try to answer these LAVs. Oh, that carrier is still moving off the base, by the way. That's so bad.
Oh, Houston catches it.
Okay,
He's
you just
moving
got
back.
it. Yeah, yeah. Phew. But still, I mean, that's probably a lot of money he lost, eh?
So I love what I'm seeing from RenderedSpy already here.
Yes, me too.
I mean, just look at how much better the LAVs are at zoning out those railguns and
Absolutely.
taking the fight with Houston's skimmer blob.
Yeah, like, AAVs can do this, but it's really, really hard. LAVs are so much better at it, I think.
Just
A little bit of a
kill
local win
LAVs,
here for
good
Houston,
unit.
though. Yeah, he takes the 1 for 0. That's pretty nice. See, this is the problem, though, of rushing on the shallows, and why I feel like it is probably a better macro map, is that now that you're pushed off of that zone, it's really hard to get back on it, right? It's gonna be a bit tough for him to find his way in. He does have 2 PC, though, so he can match the production now. But I predict this game is gonna go, macro after all. Like, I think Houston at this point probably ought to just go ref mode if you can't make it in.
Right now he's gonna try to fight it out with the LAV blob.
Yeah, not a bad trade for Houston there.
Yeah, he's coming out ahead on all of the trades so far.
And you can see it reflected on the units lost tab as well. He's teching Armor 1, alright. I think he wants to just keep going. You're not going to be teching Armor 1 if you want to go back to Eco, eh? And RenderedSpy is matching it. He's teching damage too. Oh my gosh. These are going to be some powerful strike craft we're seeing here. Look at that Sandskimmer blob. They're like all in the same point. Oh my gosh.
The Omega point.
The Omega point! Throwback, man. Armor 2 is teching here for the Sandskimmers. Houston probably wants to wait to fight until it's done, but he's going right now. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's kind of winning the trade still, though. You want to focus fire the low guys first, though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, now it's all falling apart here. RenderedSpy is losing a ton of LAVs. Ugh. Oh, dear.
Oh, Houston cleans up that blob.
Yeah, for real. I'm actually not sure how that happened. It was pretty much even numbers, and I think he had more upgrades too, but I guess just being on top of your opponent pays a lot of dividends when you're Sandskimmers, eh? Ouch. You know, RenderedSpy also built... No, go ahead.
Yep, Sandskimmers are the queens of close-range combat.
Uh-oh, and they're looking for that railgun. Well,
and they're gonna find it.
Yeah, I think that guy's dead. But yeah, I was gonna say, RenderedSpy built like 3 salvagers as well, and these are kind of unfortunate now, right? I mean, he can't mine off that base, so it's not good either.
Houston not long hauling though, so they're kind of even
yeah.
in terms of eco.
That's true. That's true. And RenderedSpy is building back the LAV blob really fast here as well. Looks like the numbers are 10 to 13 right now. That's not terrible. You know, definitely could be better, but it could be worse. And with LAV armor finishing...
Yeah, both damage ups are teched. First LAV armor is teched. Houston just has the armor upgrades for his skimmers.
Yeah, he doesn't even have rating yet, right? So I
Nope.
think, like, toe for toe, obviously the LAVs are better than the skims here, but those railguns are definitely putting the pressure on, you know? I mean, it's kind of a little bit awkward to fight this anyway. Looks like the boost is going in now. Looks like he wants to take out the railguns.
And
This is
skimmers
risky.
are out of position for Houston.
It's true, but
RenderedSpy is
still...
gonna get them.
Yeah, actually, alright, I take it back. He's got all 3 railguns there. He might still lose the LAV blob, but I think it's probably worth it, right? You take so much pressure off yourself here. Uh-oh, he needs to be careful with this other blob of LAVs, though. Don't let them get touched by the skims. Yeah, he's gonna be fine. And actually, 3 of them survived on the other side as well. Looks like Houston did end up finishing Sandskimmer rating. RenderedSpy going for LAV armor too. I think he takes this fight. I think he can actually win it. Maybe I'm wrong. Focus fire is good for Houston. It's better than for RenderedSpy. Railgun's trying to contribute as well, but it's certainly not doing too much. There it goes. Oh, it's so close, man. No, it looks like they're just both gonna die. Both of the blobs here.
I don't know who wins this fight, but RenderedSpy building more LAVs.
As he should, as he should. He's got armor 2 done now. Yeah, Houston, I agree. He's saying he makes a mistake by building more rails in that situation. Just needs more skims right now. I agree. Either that or assault railguns, which would also be good here. Or even a third PC. I know that sounds a little ridiculous, but I've done it before. What do you think, Cal? Is that a little bit too far across the line?
No, I think honestly that's probably a good call. But Houston not really floating any resources, so
It's true.
he's not going to be able to do much with it.
Hey, an assault railgun. Good. Yeah, I think probably Houston needs to get those LDMs set up if he wants like a 3PC setup here. You know, he doesn't even have the skimmer damage upgrades yet. 2 crazy cows saying crazy things are okay. Yes, that's correct. Carrier's taking damage. You know, the difference with the other game was that there was always a support cruiser, right? But this time, this damage is really sticking. Railgun's coming out, though. Let's see what you can do here. The unit numbers are still pretty good for Houston. He's still leading by 3. I thought the skims would have a bit of high ground there. It looks like they didn't. He's spending a lot of time just kind of getting shot for free here. Okay, now he's committing back in. Railgun's hitting the railguns there. Oh, that carrier being so low makes me very nervous, but... Okay, it looks like Houston gonna dive in, kill off the coalition railgun. That's risky though, again, because now the LAV... Yeah, he's saying mistake in the chat. Now the LAVs can clean up his skims, right?
Yeah, and I think this is looking really good for RenderedSpy. I think he holds this.
Yeah, I agree. Like, this is different than last time, because now there's no skims, like, in the area. I mean, I say no, there's 6 of them, but not many. It's possible we might have a meat grinder get set up here. Oh man, it is so close. This really is on a knife's edge. I think the skims are gonna just about hold this, but the PCs need to be together, not apart.
Yeah, and we've got... LAV numbers for RenderedSpy are finally starting to get impressive here.
Yeah, Houston's definitely got to run at least. I don't think he loses a PC right now, but I don't know. Maybe. Looks like damage 1 is teching. Yeah, he does need that. But this is a meat grinder, alright. For those who don't know, I call the meat grinder the situation where units are spawning and getting killed right as they spawn. They can never build up to a critical number.
Yeah, not where you want to be as
No, absolutely
Russian Kneff player.
Yeah, if you ever find yourself in a meat grinder in life, I'd say you're probably not where you want to be. Bit of idle time on the PCs too. Now that's just unforgivable. Maybe Houston's kind of giving up a little bit. I don't think it was quite that over, but now it is. Now there's no skins left.
And RenderedSpy just pumping out LAVs. He's going for PC kills.
Oh yeah, and he's gonna get him now. Now there's pretty much no stopping it. Like at this point, he can just ignore the skims for a second, finish off this one kill, kill the skims that are left, and then grab the other one. Ouch. Yeah, Houston's saying it's fine if you're in Bozo's meat grinder. I don't want to think about what that means.
And Houston got a GG.
Yeah, what a bloody game, man. What is that?
Oh, that was brutal.
13 and a half minutes of pure rush. Ooh. Now that's my kind of game.
I'm just gonna check the combat tab real quick.
Yeah, I already tabbed out. Tell me what it says.
Oh god, so...
Oh, you mean this one. The units lost and units destroyed?
Units lost and units destroyed were, I mean, almost dead even.
Yeah, off by 4. That's not much. Dang.
But what swung it was like the extra 15 LAVs that RenderedSpy built at the end of the game.
Yes. Yeah, 2 of those units lost were production cruisers. You know, that adds up. What a game, man. Jeez.
Absolute knife's edge for both players.
Yeah, I think if Houston is trying to avoid going into the macro game, I understand the call he made there to start taking upgrades and go back in. But I'm pretty sure he could have gone ref mode there and been fine. That was an interesting game. Well, I'm happy to see that RenderedSpy is answering the rail rush the right way now. Like, he's... I don't want to say the right way, because you can do this with AVs, but trust me, it's so hard. Like, unless you really know what you're doing, you should just go LAVs and carry your production upgrade.
And RenderedSpy, like, generally pretty good with LAVs, so
yeah.
It's good to see him using them.
I agree. I guess they didn't quite work out for him in Galzian territories, but hey, he won that in the end anyway, so... Who can complain, huh? Alright, I'm in position. Tell me when you are.
I am in position.
Great. On go. 3, 2, 1, go. Canyon Outpost, gotta love it. What do you think about this one, eh? Are we gonna see the blaster on cheese for once?
I don't know. I'm watching that base runner right now.
Look, he didn't even smoke. If you're gonna retire, at least pop the smoke. Ridiculous.
Yeah, Houston generally pretty good at the blast drone rush, but we haven't seen it from him once this series.
No, not once. Yeah, didn't you say you were labbing this with RenderedSpy to make sure you could survive it?
Yeah, I mean...
That's kind of funny.
He asked me to. It is kind of funny that, like...
You would think he would do it, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I would have assumed. But scoreline is 2-2. I mean, I'd say going pretty well for both players.
Yeah. I don't think anyone can complain here. In fact, come to think of it, no, because Houston had the pick on the first map. I was gonna say, I think they've only won on their opponent's pick, but that's not quite true.
Houston going ref mode, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. And again, the base runner is up forward here, but... See, this is the other problem, I think, is that even if you can set down a cheeky turret, your opponent's just gonna missile it to death, right? So...
Yeah, or
probably best
commit like 5 sand skimmers and take it down. Either way, the forward turrets are not survivable.
Yeah, whichever one's easier. You can kind of take his pick in this case. Missiles go sure. Yes.
Both players ecoing up. It looks like RenderedSpy's got his support cruiser out.
Houston getting up on that 2 base as well. With the probe and the base runner, even though he hasn't seen it yet, I think he can kind of assume this is eco from his opponent, right? I mean, you know, theoretically this could be some kind of interesting attack that RenderedSpy is like making up on the fly, but we've not seen anyone try that sort of thing in the tournament, so probably Houston just assumes this is Eco.
Yeah, it's hard to find a timing that works for that.
Yeah. Looks like he's going tech anyway, though. It's going to be Assault Ship Fab from him.
And we haven't seen a lot of this tech tree from him, so it's going to be cool to see him commit into that.
Yeah, I agree. Went for Con F Siege and Gaussian territories, but that was really it. Besides, he had Railgun tech first that game. And I think this is a great map for it, right? I mean, just look at it, you know. A lot of line of sight blockers, a lot of choke points, so Con F Siege thrives in that kind of environment.
Yeah, and we saw some cool assault ship plays from Cookies on this map against Snowfun earlier in the tournament.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm curious to see what Houston gets done with these.
Would you say that game was no fun, though? You can just kill me now. Anyway, it's gonna be Interceptor Tech.
I can't say that.
It's gonna be Interceptor Tech from Houston, so it looks like he is gonna mix it up. Gonna go for air himself here. And it's Fighter and Gunship from RenderedSpy. Hey, look at that. Looks like we got a turret set up here for RenderedSpy. Gonna try and get the Space Runner out with it.
That, I think, is probably gonna keep that base runner secure.
Yeah, at least to the extraction zone. Houston can actually probably go around the rock on the backside there, but doesn't look like he's keen to. Tell you what, that's actually kind of a nice turret to have all game as well, because, you know, you imagine there are going to be some fights around this area, but also that it's not just going to die for nothing in the mid-game. We'll keep our eye on it. And, Houston's got his...
RenderedSpy going straight for tactical bombers.
Oh, he is? Oh. Although, actually, in this case, I guess I don't like it, because if there's going to be interceptors out, maybe they just die, right? But hey, I always love attack stack, so we'll see.
I mean, it depends on who can get their air set up quicker.
Or who can just win this Stridecraft battle. Houston's already going to get pushed off his 3 base. Yeah, building a salvager right there, a little bit greedy.
And he's going to pay for it. That salvager will go down.
Indeed. Probably should just go for a couple of assault ships here, eh? Fight very, very effectively against LAVs. But yeah, I do think it's really good for him that he's got that 2 PC out, because once you finish Interceptor Tech, you kind of just want to be building them, and so you can't, you know, can't be getting another PC out. Although, holy crap, he's going for Precision Bomber Fab.
You saw that too, huh?
What is this? So neither player is interested in sanity. They're just going off the rails here. I love it. Actually, I've got to say, it's pretty impactful that the bombers will come out first for the coalition player, right? Because he has less things to tech on the way. But, you know, the Gaussian player can get 5 bombers, the coalition player can only get 3, so think about that.
I think, honestly, right now, interceptors are the call.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, Houston, to be fair, doesn't know that 2 bombers are coming. So he's just double producing bombers right now.
Yeah, like, he hasn't been able to see his opponent's side of the map, but this is one of the reasons why you should go for interceptors, is because not only they can fight the ground army, but you don't know what your opponent is doing. And if he's going for air, then now you've got the counter, so I think it's definitely the call.
And interceptor scouting is nothing to scoff at either, especially as Knef. You can snipe probes, you can get a ton of vision really quick.
Yeah, killing probes is so gratifying. It's like, no, you can't be looking at me. Okay, tell me this. In a theoretical world where RenderedSpy kills the PC and Houston kills the support cruiser, which one do you favor now?
I don't know. That's a tough one. Bomber's gonna commit to the eco.
Yeah, they didn't kill the PC, but they got 4 salvagers, which is pretty good. Gunship is chewing up these skims as well.
Yeah, really good air reveal for RenderedSpy, and Houston finally building interceptors.
Yes. Hey, better late than never. I would actually get the recharge upgrade here as well. That's very, very good to have. And he's launching bombers of his own.
Oh,
He's hitting a
and they
logistics module. No, not
drop
like
on a
so.
logistics module. No.
Not like so. He's gonna get one salvager kill. Oh, that is not.
If that.
Oh no! Don't tell me you didn't target the. Ah! Oh, he didn't get anything. He didn't even finish off the log module that he shot at. Oh my gosh. Oh. Stop the count. Stop the count. That's not good, man. That's not good. I mean, at least you could have killed off that base runner. Oh, dear. So I'll tell you what went wrong, alright? It's two things. First off, there's no ammo capacity, so they can't drop 3 bombs. And second, they didn't target, didn't focus fire properly. Oh, and third, you probably should have launched with 3 of them. A couple strike fighters there as well.
Chips, though, doing well against the eco.
Yeah,
okay,
theoretically,
no,
but it looks like the air's gonna take care of it. Just one self died, I think.
Oh yeah, RenderedSpy built a couple of strike fighters, which are helping him a lot here.
Yeah, strike fighters are great for this kind of thing. I mean, I guess the gunship is better when it's sand skimmers, but the strike fighters are really like the best thing he's got against assault ships right now. Feels very sad to use bombers against mid-tier units, doesn't it? Unless they're railguns. Speaking of bombers, here he comes. Oh, holy heck. Check out the units lost tab. I've had this open the whole time, but I wasn't looking at it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If there's anything RenderedSpy's good at, it's getting utility out of there.
Oh, I think the bomber really shouldn't have gone for the assault ships there, but they did kill them both.
Got a couple salvager kills on Houston's third, too.
Yeah. Oh, and here are the interceptors, but a little bit too late.
Yeah.
They're looking for something, but I don't think they're gonna get anything. Afterburner helps with that too, of course, but... You know, you start adding all of these upgrades, it starts getting a bit expensive, eh? So, you can see why he's maybe not picked them up yet, but...
I would honestly just keep these interceptors hovering or hovering around until RenderedSpy launches again.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I would do too. And RenderedSpy should know that air is a possibility. He's actually gotten SCAA, which I agree with in this case. Hold up, we got a fight here. Bombers trying to take out the base
fighters
runner.
are gonna find the bombers.
The interceptors should be finding the strike fighters. They're on the way. Ooh, that bomber might be dead already. No, it gets out. Interceptors are doing their thing. They've killed 2 already. Can they get one more? I'm trying to get this in camera, but it's a little hard to look at them. They move around so fast, eh? And this is without Afterburner too, you know? I'm telling you, good upgrade. Killed the probe too.
RenderedSpy has already teched support cruiser anti-air, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Now he's getting missile
interceptors
batteries.
are gonna commit against that turret. Don't kill it, by the way.
Yeah. You know, you could actually send a bomber out there if you're worried about getting taken by anti-air, but I might just ignore it. It's not really that important. Oh, hey, Con of Siege is out.
Yep, tactical bombers are in the hood, though.
Yeah, you know, I think it's kind of a double-edged sword, because this is a very strong unit, but it's also a good target for the bombers. Sort of unfortunate focus fire there, though. He's not gonna do enough damage to kill that thing yet. And the gunship is out here, like, this is dangerous. He could easily be killed by the interceptors now. If Houston would launch... Okay, there they are. Have 2 salvagers dead already.
Yep.
And I think that gunship is just gonna get out.
That third base is just getting constantly hosed.
Yeah. Sign up for salvage, they said. It'll be fun, they said. It's railgun tech, by the way, for RenderedSpy. It doesn't have mag excel, but it does have armor 3, so these things are pretty strong. And the interceptors were used against the turret. I mean, that's fine on paper, but now they don't have missiles to fight the bombers, right? In fact, he needs to be docking. I don't think he has any missiles left. Not sure I like that. One thing I really want to commend, though, is that RenderedSpy got missile battery fab. I mean, I'd love to see him build a few as well, but anytime you're fighting air versus air, getting the ground-based anti-air makes a huge, huge difference. So I really like that, actually. You know, I think if I were him, like, strike fighters and missile batteries, that's kind of all I'd be building. I don't think he needs anything else right now. These LAVs are not going to be very effective against the Khanef Siege, and they don't even fight assault ships very well.
It looks like he's got an opening, though. He's gonna go in with the bombers.
Once this PC, it's not moving, so I think it dies. Nope,
it's not gonna go down, but here come the LAVs to capitalize on the damage.
Oh, that's true, and they have boost. Oh, but he's turning around. Oh, I would have loved to see that. I think he was gonna get it. Are these bombers trying to kill his opponent's bombers, by the way? No, it looks like he just wants the SC here. And he'll get it.
So 4 LAVs, by the way.
Oh, yeah, they did!
Killing that production cruiser.
Oh, no way!
They're gonna get it.
Yeah, I thought he had backed out. I didn't see them go back in. Well, good for him.
Oh, and that is rippling for Houston. I mean, he kills the support cruiser over on RenderedSpy's third.
Did you take a PC over that, eh?
Yeah, losing that production line is going to be brutal right now.
Definitely agree.
And Houston floating a bunch of resources.
Oh, he's got 2 extracts on the way, I didn't notice. Sikai Jin asks what the score is. 2-2 right now. Dead even. This is game 5. Yeah, Houston has 1,000 RUs. Oh my gosh. You really want to be building more PCs here, I think. And this is another one of these double-edged sword things about the Khanef cruisers, is that you clog up your production line for PCs, so you kind of gotta, you know, have 3 PCs at some point, but you also need to build more of these. It's hard to find a window for both of them. These 2 assault ships didn't get the memo of air superiority, by the way. Actually, the interceptors cannot come out here to cover them because there's so many LAVs. So it's kind of an interesting situation for him.
Houston also a little bit blocked because he's relying on siege cruisers. He's relying on air.
Yeah.
And you can only build that from one place.
Right. Well, and if you're missing a PC as well, it's even worse. What happened with that bomber hit, by the way? Like, isn't... Oh, maybe one of them landed on the assault ship? Yeah, I don't know. Wait, what's going on with the base run? Some kind of weird rodeo is happening with these BRs. They're actually making blast drones, you see, but... don't think that's gonna pop out in time. Darn. Plus, I think you need 2 to kill the LADs with these ups anyway. Okay,
so
this is a lower place
set up again.
Yeah, that's good for him. He needs probably 1 more PC still, but he'll find a time for that, I hope. What he should really do though is have his interceptors in the air, because you know, otherwise they're gonna be too late to respond to things. But I think we're gearing up for a lower place spectacle here. Crossing the bridge, man, it's always a dangerous proposition.
I wouldn't know anything about that. I've never done that.
Yeah, no. You know what, though? RenderedSpy made it across. Actually, that Khanef Siege was pushed out by the railguns. Hey, there's a missile ship here. It's gonna die, though. But I like the idea.
Yeah, RenderedSpy just overrunning on multiple fronts right
now.
Yeah,
what the heck? I only just saw those LAVs. I think they ran all the way through Maine, right? Attempts at the jetpack there, but it didn't land very well. Ouch, another PC falls on 3rd base. Okay, and now Houston is launching.
Second is not far behind.
Yeah, SCAA though, right? Now that you've got 3 of them in the front line, this is actually pretty strong. I say that, it still doesn't really look particularly powerful here. But you know, it's definitely doing something. But see, I think, again, that would have been stronger if we had a couple strike fighters circling as well. Like, you can always dogfight with your opponent, even if you're a coalition against Galsy, and if you have the ground-based anti-air, right? Oh, look at the bomber! Oh, this Khanef Siege is gonna live on, like, 10 HP. What? The LAV killed it! Oh, what a hero! Did you see that?
I did, and I think with that, yeah, RenderedSpy can just move in.
Wow! LAV's killing Khanef Siege. Man, you don't see that every day, do you? Yeah, I don't really see what's supposed to stop this army. He's kind of still got forces in the air, but... There goes another PC. I mean, I think that's just gotta be it.
Yeah, and I think with that PC going down, it's only a matter of time before Houston GG's.
I agree, I agree. Man, LAV's killing Khan's Siege. That's a new one.
Oh god, what a game.
Yeah. Oh, he actually even had a third extract on the way there. I didn't notice that. Yeah, that is just so crazy to me that like both players just went straight to bombers. There's something poetic about this, isn't there? Not that it was a good idea. I think they both made a mistake by doing that, but you know, it was cool, so.
Yeah, definitely fun to watch.
Okay, what's the scoreline? 3-2? Favoring RenderedSpy?
3-2, favoring RenderedSpy. So we are on game 6 on the Boneyard.
The Boner Yard. Hey, it's match point, man. This is impressive. This is RenderedSpy's first tournament, you know? It's really good stuff.
I've been really impressed with how he's been playing this entire time. I mean, definitely got stuff to work on, but
you can see how much he's improved, like, in the group stage to the bracket, and even just in this series, too. It's really good stuff. Alright, I'm in position. Tell me when you are.
So, I goofed. I'm on 2952.
One of these days you'll get this straight, eh? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Houston says he has an important question. I wonder what that is.
Oh, so I like what I'm seeing with Houston already.
Oh.
Base runner building a blast drone.
Oh yeah.
We are gonna see our first blast drone rush of the series.
And he's doing the build right. This is something I often criticize, is that people will go for Sandskimmer Fab first, or maybe stop by for a couple salves, but you don't have time. You really just have to immediately go for that blast drone.
RenderedSpy with a blind counter, already going into LAVs.
For the first time this series, too. Holy crap. He's got this guy read like a book! What's going on here? Steam Deck on sale. Worth a buy? I don't know. I've never really used one. Have you, Cal?
No, never.
No? I guess we don't know anything. LAV Fab and now Carrier Productions coming out. He's already building one? Oh no. I'm getting nervous already.
That's such a good read from RenderedSpy, because you know that every time you've gone into a macro game, or like every time your opponent's gone ref mode, you win.
And now here you are on the
you...
Boneyard, like the prototypical Rail Rush map, yeah? And you even have that spawn. It's like, okay, he's coming for me. I agree. This is just a really good read by RenderedSpy. This is impressive. And look how he's fanning out with the LAVs too to find out where it is. Okay, let's look for the hit though.
Gonna pull back.
Well, the blast drone is not even gonna make it, maybe? Okay, it did get a hit on the LAVs there.
A little bit on the salvager too, but not enough to matter.
No, I don't think so. Oh, that's not good for Houston. That's not good at all. Base runner, the blast runner, I was about to say, he is making another blast drone though, so it looks like we are gonna get a hit, and probably it'll kill that one RU cell. Yeah, there it is.
Yep, does kill the RU cell.
But like, look, the PC is in trouble now. I mean, there's like 1 skim to 4 LAVs, right? This game might be over in like 5 minutes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Houston already in the meat grinder.
Yeah, this is not where you wanted this to be. Oh no, man. And on match point too for the finals. Man, RenderedSpy with such a read. That is crazy, you know? Bravo, man. Bravo. Assault pack finishing too, as if he needed that. It's probably a bit elementary at this point. Or elementary, academic. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Sometimes I can make sense, I swear.
And Houston finally gambling on the Blastrone factory, and RenderedSpy just saying no.
No. Yep, there's the GG. Dang,
There's
man.
the GG from Houston, and that's the series.
That's amazing, dude. RenderedSpy in his first tournament gonna win the lower bracket finals. Good for him, man. Good for him. Wow.
Yeah, you love to see it. Like, really well played from him.
And because of a generous donor, that does give him $25 US, so I'll send that in the mail. Congrats to him. Wow, man, what a series. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was really fun to watch. Like, we got rushes, we got some great macro games.
Mm-hmm. Now that is my kind of series, alright? Everyone likes a good macro game, but I'll tell you what, if a series doesn't have any rushes in it, I'll be a little bit sad, you know? Sick Guy Jin says he's back. Yeah, game's over. Well, you came just in time. Alright, well thanks everyone for watching, that was great. And thanks a lot, Cowshmouth, for co-casting. I mean, that is so much better than doing it solo.
Yeah, no problem. It was a lot of fun. Great series.
I would say you wouldn't believe, but actually you did quite a bit of casting for this tournament, so you do know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well,
like,
we
definitely
will,
more fun.
In fact, hey, do you want to cast the upper bracket finals together? If we can find time for that, that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, I would love to do that. It's not sure what my availability is going to be, though. So
Sure. Well, we'll see. But either way, for you guys watching at home, I think you can expect the upper bracket finals by the end of the week, probably. I don't know. Depends how lazy I'm feeling. But thanks everyone for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye, people. Thank you for watching.
Goodbye to the people. I told you the exact words to say. Whatever, man.